Welcome to our last day of our Christ the King Novena. Today here in Magdala, as you know, is not the sunset. We're here in a beautiful morning with all the birds chanting around us. And we want to invite us and invite you to reflect in this last day where Christ the King invites us to live in His kingdom by making us free. Not the freedom that the world teaches, a freedom that is deeper. The freedom that is belonging to being daughter of a king. The freedom that His gaze gives me. The freedom that His friendship gives me. The freedom that His fidelity, His love gives me. The freedom that I acquire when I live those beatitudes that He taught me. The freedom that I acquire when I truly, from the bottom of my heart, pray the Our Father, that prayer that Jesus taught me. That freedom that gives me the strength that I need to keep on walking in this life. And this freedom that culminates by living, following His way, His truth, and His life, because that's Christ. Christ tells each one of us, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. And that's the freedom that you and I want to experiment. That's the freedom that we are all seeking. No matter what religion, no matter what faith, no matter what culture, we all look for that freedom that makes us walk without any weight in our shoulders. And that's the freedom that Christ the King wants to give us tomorrow in His day. A kingdom that it's live or it's preside in a cross, but in that cross, He pardons. He invites us to give it all. He gives us a mother. He teaches the best way to go and live in eternal life. Not holding anything back. Giving it all for the one that gave it already all. I'm so sorry, my English is very rusty today, but it's okay. Here Ana Paula will help me. And I want to invite each one of these beautiful young ladies to share with us what does this Christ the King Novena has meant for each one of them. It was a novena that we all took part on, we all prayed together, we all share our thoughts with you guys. So we want to hear and to listen what each one of them wants to share with us. What does that novena meant for each one of them? Let's see who wants to start.
I'm happy to start. For me, this novena has been very beautiful because each one of us has been able to preach and give a reflection. And it has been in those moments that we have encountered Jesus. He lives in each one of our hearts. And when we allow Him to freely act in us, we're able to reveal Him to others through who He made us to be. So I got to see each one of their hearts. I felt deeply accompanied by Him in each one of the reflections, as if He was sharing that piece of His heart with us, that He wanted us to feel reminded of something, whether it is stay close to me in prayer, I am faithful to you, I give you my fortitude. He is giving so much of Himself to us in this novena, and we have been able to have the freedom to sit with Him, to sit by the King. And it has been beautiful to realize as well that we are sons and daughters of the King. And imagine what a beautiful title that is to have, and the freedom that we have to be so authentic in that truth. The truth that is, I am deeply loved by the Creator of all. His kingdom, everything the light touches, everything that lives is His, and He shares it with us. And in that sharing of the kingdom, He also gave us this beautiful, beautiful desire in our hearts to share that with others. And this is an invitation to continue to live out His kingdom, to act like sons and daughters of the Kings, proudly and happily.
That's the motto of Ana Pau, I just have to say. Well, I'm revealing the passwords of everything. Daughter of a king.
Yes, and it's true, and it's the core of our identity, and that is freedom. That is freedom to know that no matter what happens in life, we are His, and we get to live that freely, fruitfully, and with a lot of joy. And I hope that the rest of this novena, tomorrow we get to celebrate Christ the King, that we get to leave with that certainty, that we are part of a kingdom that exists today, that will exist forever, and that we are by the right side of the King.
Thank you, Ana Pao.
Well, and I want to share with you what has been in my heart. Today, we are remembering that Christ is the way, the truth, and life. And with on all of these days, we have seen what Jesus has taught us on the gospel to follow this way. He has taught us how to pray. He has taught us the Beatitudes also, the act of service that we are called to do with one another. So we learn with him because he put us first the example on what is this way about. This way that also consists in carrying my cross with him, because he is side by side walking by me. And then with all these teachings, I can finally know the truth, that I am like him, also a beloved daughter and a beloved son of God. And this God is King. So like Ana Paula said, I'm a daughter of the King. You are son of a King. And this is the truth. And living the way that Jesus taught us makes us reach and know this truth. And with this truth, then at the end of my life, I can discover the true life, the eternal life that I have as a gift from my beloved Father who is in heaven. So let us live this way with Jesus' teachings, knowing this truth, so one day we can reach this eternal life with him.
Thank you.
I know, the last daughter of the King.
The last daughter of the King. I wanted to tell you that this novena has been really nice for us, because we got to get I'm sorry, my English is worse than Paula's, and she's really good. So
No.
we've been deepening in what this kingdom looks like, and that we don't have to wait until the end of our days to actually see God's face. We can see it every day, and going through all of these aspect of this kingdom in our daily life has been really beautiful. Getting to every day with the activities that we plan for you, to go and serve the others, to take the Beatitudes and take it into your life. It has been really, really nice, because we get to understand how this kingdom works, because we don't have to wait. We have it already. We were born as daughters and sons of this King, because he has already given us this identity. So it is beautiful to prepare our hearts, so tomorrow we can scream that he's our King, and we can embrace this and not only take it for this novena and for tomorrow, but for our whole life, because his kingdom is already here, and we get to feel this dignity and to walk by his side, feeling comfort, feeling freedom. I think that's the best word for this day, because you can be free, because we can feel free, knowing that his love is the first thing that keeps us alive, and that's enough to keep walking in this way. And we tell our pilgrims that he's a living God, and we have a living God, a living King, that his realm is in our hearts. And we encourage you to actually believe this, ask him for the graces to be able to acknowledge that this is the truth, he is the way, and he is everything that we need to feel free, not only tomorrow or through this novena, but our every day, every single day. And we can experiment that by taking our time for praying, for having a talk with him, and telling him to give us everything that we need, so we can accomplish one day to be face to face with him, but today to be able to feel in our heart that we're already part of that kingdom.
So with this, we conclude our novena of Christ the King, and we invite you to have a beautiful celebration tomorrow. We are going to have a very special Mass. It's a surprise, so stay tuned tomorrow for the Mass. And from the Holy Land, we send you all our prayers, and we can chant together, Christ our King, thy kingdom come. And in Spanish, Viva Cristo Rey. God bless you, and thank you for being part of Magdala family.